Quarantine has been hard on all of us. But for couples who've split and are navigating child custody, it can be a daily emotional and logistical struggle.
I'm frustrated, I'm scared, I'm angry.
I feel very anxious.
And it just adds to the stress level of all the other things that you have to deal with.
Separated parents are facing completely new dilemmas, like should visitation rules change? And what if your ex-partner isn't taking the pandemic seriously? And going to court isn't an option, because court dates across the country have been postponed, leaving a lot of people in limbo.
I do think that the visitation should be stopped during this pandemic.
I wish they were with me more because they do have a sense of routine and stability when they're with one parent for longer periods of time.
I don't know when the courts are going to open up again. I don't know if it's going to be delayed until the summer, the fall, next year.
Some exes have managed to overcome their past differences and work things out, but that doesn't mean that adjusting to the new normal is going to be easy.
I know everybody thinks they have a pretty bad divorce, but it was really ugly. Before our divorce, I never would have believed I could have had the degree of anger in me that I had during the divorce. I was capable of getting to that point. And similarly, at that point, I would have never conceived that we could be where we are now.
Brandy and her ex-husband Michael got divorced almost 5 years ago.
Bye, sweetie.
They have a 12-year-old daughter, Michaela.
Love you too.
Michaela usually lives with her mom and stays at her dad's every other weekend. But the virus changed that.
So right now, our custody is backwards. He has her more and I have her less.
Brandy's a doctor, and in the weeks after COVID-19 first hit New York, she was testing patients for the virus. Last month, she and Michael adjusted their custody agreement on their own.
He first said to me, if the school's closed, I can work from home and I can take her full time. And at first I was like, what? And it's just so foreign an idea. I mean, I have her all but 4 nights a month overnight. So there's a great deal of trust, which is interesting considering just 5 years ago, I wouldn't have trusted him to tell me it was raining outside. I would have checked anyway,
What has it been like watching her say bye and go to your ex-husband's and live there full time?
I miss her. I miss her terribly.
Our visitation document, our legal document, doesn't contemplate something like this. It never even crossed our mind that that's something we need to write in, right? You just kind of work it out. Brandy is, she's definitely on the front lines of this. She obviously does not have a work from home option.
There are parents who are going through similar stuff right now and maybe aren't approaching it the same way you are.
You might despise your ex-spouse, but your kid doesn't. Your kid loves both parents. And if they know those parents are fighting, I think it could be really damaging long-term.
What would you say is the hardest thing for you about all of this?
Not seeing her every day.
Yeah, I mean, your mom's doing some pretty important work right now.
Well, there was this thing on TV where a bunch of celebrities were like singing songs and they were all thanking the doctors, and I was like, that's my mom.
She's 12. She's aware of what's going on. But, parents are still a very big part of a 12-year-old's world, right? And they're going to feed off of our energy and any anxiety we're showing, right? So I think we're conveying to her, we're going to get through this. You're going to see mommy, you're going to see daddy. We'll return back to normal. This is temporary. This is important for mommy to be able to do this, and she needs to do it safely. But, you're going to see her and talk to her, and it'll be okay.
A lot of people haven't been able to make co-parenting during a pandemic work. Brandy and Michael have, which for them might be the silver lining out of this whole thing. Even being able to make that decision that, hey, look, it's better if our kid is over here. That just seems like a tough decision for people to make.
It's a tough decision, but parenting is tough. Life is tough.
Everybody's life is already being sort of turned upside down, but your life is changing from within your household?
I've definitely learned to be better about focusing on just today or tomorrow. I know it sounds so trivial, but I miss, packing her book bag, making sure she's got her stuff in there, even though I don't tell her that I do it because she has to do it herself. But, double checking, little mom things like that, I do miss. But it'll be here again. I mean, it's not forever.